Beer, 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 beer. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to me, Peruski, for not a beer review today. Today, I'm going to be giving you a quick overview on how to get into the world of craft beer, and it's very, very simple. So this is coming from if you're a regular Canadian or Budweiser or like Rickard's Red or Keith's kind of guy, or like Stella or Heineken, whatever your regular beer that you go buy either at the LCBO beer store when you're out with the boys or you're out doing something else, that's just regular big name brand beer. But if you want to jump into the craft beer scene and try something different, try something cool, try something much more flavorful, you just got to do it. Next time you're at a restaurant or you're at the LCBO, look for the craft beer section in the LCBO or the beer store. Ask your server, do you have any craft beers on tap or in bottles or cans? And trust me, it will be a great decision you can ever make. Looking here, I got 4 that I just brought up. Basically, you don't want to go and grab crazy heavy craft beer that would just turn you off from that scene, at least. So going and grabbing something like this Bear Hug IPA. IPAs are generally very, very hop forward, big and high in the IBUs, and a bit stronger in the ABV. This would definitely knock your socks off and probably make you not want to continue trying IPAs or other craft beers. A good beer to start with is just a regular lager or a lagered ale or something like that, like this Lug Tread by Bose. It's very similar to your regular Canadian or Budweiser, but with more flavor and more, it's made better. It tastes more enjoyable than not less boring than your Canadian or Budweiser equivalent. This is really good because it is craft beer, but it won't knock your socks off or take you on a crazy train of beer flavor. Also, if you want something a bit more hop forward, if you like sort of the sharpness and the bitterness of a beer, pale ales are really good. Is a really good route to go to. They're not as strong as IPAs, but they have a similar flavor profile, which I think is actually really enjoyable. They're anywhere between, I guess, 4.9 or 5% to maybe low 6s, and the IBUs are kind of more in the middle between 30 to 50 in the IBU department. So it's not super bitter, not super hop forward, but still really nice to get into, and have a lot of different flavors, sort of like pine and grapefruit, but much more on a toned down level versus an IPA. Also, anything that says session IPA or session pale ale are even a bit lower in bite and hoppiness than a pale ale. Those are also really good because you get the same flavor profile, just not in a huge, big, bold package. Fourth up, this is something if you're a Guinness drinker or you like dark stouts or something. Stouts and porters are really good. Generally, they are not too big and bold, coming in usually like 5 to 5.5%, like this Easy Stout by Walkerville Brewery. Stouts, are sort of like Guinness. Guinness is nitrogen charged, where it's very flat and there's no carbonation. Usually these have a little bit of carbonation, but not always as much compared to, say, a lager or something like that. These are also really good, like I said, if you're a big fan of Guinness and the darker styles of beer with very nice chocolate and coffee notes. Stouts and porters are definitely up your alley. Trying to think what else other than just go out and get craft beer to get into the scene. I think that's really it. Start off with something lighter, not crazy flavored, like a lager or lagered ale. Next up, probably pale ales. See if you like the pale ale style, and then you can work your way up to big and bold IPAs, to double IPAs or imperial IPAs. And on the stout side, Russian Imperial Stouts are definitely stouts on a very high, IBU and ABV sort of level, with very intense flavors and a much more alcohol-forward flavor as well. So I think that just about wraps it up. Yeah, I say go out next time you're either at the LCBO or a restaurant. check the craft beer section, ask your server what craft beers they have on tap or in bottles and cans, and just pick something up. If the name sounds kind of cool, grab it. If you don't like it, you know what? There's always a beer for somebody out there in the craft beer section. So you might not like what one person likes, but hell, you might find something that's absolutely amazing, and that's going to change what you drink for the rest of your life. Personally, me, I don't drink that much Canadian or Bud anymore. When I go out, I always hunt down craft beer because I'm sick of the normal. I'm sick of the boring beers. I want something interesting that's going to take my taste buds on a journey. And that's what craft beer does. It takes your taste buds on a damn journey. So get out there, go enjoy. And that'll do it for me, Maple Brewski. And like I always say, crack a beer and enjoy. Cheers.